I have two companies. One is Tunnel Jobs, which is my recruitment company, and I have Tunnel Builder, which tracks all the projects for tunnelling throughout the world.
So I first met Samantha from Tunnel Builder at our interviews. There was clear lack of confidence and the nerves were really obvious during the interview. She started through the sort of the quick interview process, but you could tell there was something there. There was a look in her eye that there was a determination to make a success.
I inherited Tunnel Builder from my father, and he didn't believe in offices or anything like that, so I've worked from home. And the last couple of years in particular, it's been very difficult because I literally would not see anybody, you know, for weeks on end, not another human being. My daughters have grown up and moved away, and I lived alone. And, you know, sometimes I literally wouldn't get out of my pyjamas. I'd go and do a bit of work and then, you know, but you get yourself into so low, but you do lose so much confidence that you can't pick up the phone. It becomes because it's in your head, and you start saying to yourself, well, yes, I'll do it tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll ring this person, I'll do this and I'll do that and do that. And by the time it gets tomorrow, it's like, oh, well, no, I can find something else to do. I've got to clean the kitchen. I've got to, you know, hoover the lounge. I've got to take the dog for a walk. Anything than to, you know, make that call.
One of the key elements for Sam is clearly at some point you've got to make the call, you have to make the sales call. And that was something, again, because of Sam's lack of confidence to begin with, she wasn't confident in doing it and wasn't comfortable at all. And in fact was kind of putting off making those calls, which was stunting her growth in terms of the business. And we had a power hour on sales and marketing put on by one of our chicklets, which was superb. I think Sam gained a lot from it. She's keen to draw on other people's knowledge and experience, but then implement it. And that's what she's done. She's taken that learning, put it into practice, and is now much more confident in making those sales calls, something I challenge her on regularly.
Because I got my confidence back, I went to two shows, the British Tunnelling Show and Expo Tunnel in Italy, and I ruled. I went around every single sort of business that was there, and I came away with, I just turned out £48,500 worth of advertising for Tunnel Builder, and that's in 3 weeks, and that's amazing, you know. We might do that over like a 9-month period if we're lucky, but to do it in sort of like 3 weeks is amazing.
Potential is huge. When you think of the scale of some of the jobs that are going on, there's the high-speed rail, for example, there's the cross-tunnel rail in London, that's just in the UK alone. These are multi-billion-pound projects.
My first employee is my daughter, my daughter Georgina. She's come on board. She's helping me part-time at the moment, but we're looking for her to come on full-time in the near future. So it's, you know, she's really good.
It's getting a bit scary because obviously it is early days, and I think as soon as we start to increase our team, because at the moment it's just me, my mum, and then occasionally my friend Will comes in to do a bit of like writing for Tunnel Builder. Yeah, it's going to get big and massive and scary, but we're ready, I think. We can do it.
I think the one thing that I'm not fantastic at is pitching. And everybody, every week or every couple of weeks has to do pitching, and I've managed to avoid it. You know, when I started out, they did a pitching practice, and I literally couldn't get the first word out. I just started to shake. It was horrible. And everybody was so nice though, and so I carried on trying. Over the weekend I went out for dinner and I did it to a whole restaurant, so nobody had any idea what I was doing, and I just went, can I just do a pitch? And everybody stopped, and I just meant the table, but it was the whole restaurant. They just all, and so I just did it, and yeah, it went really well. I got all the way to the end this time, so that's because I'd been practicing. But I didn't mean for the whole restaurant. It was just my table. It's just the whole place went quiet. Yeah, the rest of the restaurant were just like, thinking, well, if there's an investor, please. I know that I've got a lot further to go, but I'm now starting to do more things, you know, out of my comfort zone, a lot more things, you know, whereas before I'd never even have thought of it. I'd still be in my pyjamas, curled up watching the Kardashians, but now it's completely different. I just get out there, anything that is a power hour, anything that I think I can learn from, and I'm now, you know, sort of sitting on the front row going, I've got a question, whereas before, didn't do that. I'm a totally different person to when I started out here 3 months ago. Totally different. It's a complete about turn. And obviously being an older person, I didn't think I'd get this new lease of life. I really didn't. I thought, right, so I've got grandchildren and I'm looking at sort of like easing down. No, it's full throttle backwards. I'm off. Again, it's a new lease of life, and it's what Entrepreneur Spark has given me.